Hello. The microphone is working. Hello. It's me, Bob. Hello, Grace. Here I am again. I live somehow. I persevere. I hope you are doing the same at the very least, but also much better, to be perfectly honest. Today is a very special day for a multitude of reasons. One, I'm here. Two, you're here. Three, Hamlet, the video game, which is almost certainly the most obscure game that I will be doing a video on yet, which probably doesn't spell well for its view count potentially, although it's also based on like a pretty famous movie, so who knows. Hope is of course always that it does better than the last video. We'll see 2 months from now. We're still a long way off. But more importantly, what this leads to is I have finally gotten myself to the situation where I will be producing the video right after I played the game. And therefore my writing of my experience will be a lot more fresh and close to the actual playing, as opposed to Amsterdam and the Desperate Housewives game, which I played like last year. And I had to go through my notes if I had them, my memory, which is pretty poor, and just go through all the footage and make new notes. And it makes it feel a little less it's still authentic, but it makes it feel a little less like, hey, I just played this and this is what I'm talking about, you know. So I've been planning to get to this point. To be or not to be, that is the day. Hey, Disty. You've never watched any production of Hamlet or King Lear or Othello or Macbeth. Your Rube. Have you read any of them, Grace? I read Hamlet in high school. And looking back on it, I feel like the focus that the teacher put on it was not correct. And I can say this now because I have a master's degree in literature, so I'm allowed to say that I know better. And you know, we did some Shakespeare in university. This is the actual copy of Hamlet that I read in university. And I land on this phrase. Reynaldo says, "As gaming, my lord." I need to put that in my notes somewhere. As gaming, my lord. Because that's gotta be in a movie, because the movie is notable for being unabridged. AKA it was 4 hours long. I watched it 4 hours ago. I watched it on Saturday. We got lots of snacks. It was fun. It was good. It's a fun movie. It's a good movie. Turns out, and I knew this already, Hamlet, Shakespeare in general, decent writer overall. I also have this 2-disc special edition. Look, 2 discs. Wow, that's Kenneth Branagh. That's Kenneth Branagh. Just in case you didn't know. But this has making ofs and stuff that I might want to reference. And I think I'm gonna have to listen to all 4 hours of the commentary track too. But more importantly, I have this. And in addition to Hamlet, a video game, being possibly the most obscure game I'm gonna do a video on yet, this is possibly, this big box version of the game is possibly, out of all the crap that I have here, other than maybe the American version of Dirt, although those are rather plentiful on eBay and cheap, and the Russian version of Rig and Roll, although again in Russia those are probably like all over the place. Icicle Station. Don't we know who did it? Hey, wait. The the finding out of who did it and why and whether or not the source of this information is true is a central component of Hamlet the play. So, but this is possibly one of the rarest and most expensive parts of my collection, because if you go to eBay now, you'll see them for sale for like 200 plus, although they're all sealed. And one of them is like going for like 1,200 something, and that's graded. So that's just throwing money down a pit. Don't do that. Don't ever buy a graded game. But what's annoying is all the copies I found. This one I found on Vinted for like 30 bucks. So this is my retirement plan basically. But what's annoying is all those copies are sealed. So I don't know if it's missing anything, because it just has the disc in there with a small manual that's just like installation stuff. It has no other accoutrement, and I don't know if it's complete. I have to assume that this is just how they released it. There's a Phantom of the Opera adventure game by the writer of Darksea 2. That's my intellectual level. Well, unfortunately, for you to understand this game, you're gonna have to have watched Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet unabridged. This is exactly 4 hours long. I have to say though, thank you. This is the official Aruba Starbucks mug. Mrs. Bob sold out because she wanted an Aruba mug, and this was really good. It has like some fish, some sailing, the California lighthouse, the Hooiberg right there. A different part of the Caribbean entirely. Aruba is like down here. And there's a rock formation there that's also accurate, and some sunken ships and shit. Do you recommend the film? Yeah. It was really good. Honestly, it was really good. Like, I think Shakespeare is really good. Watch it with captions. Pause every now and then to go to the toilet. It is 4 hours long. I'd say the first 3 hours kind of fly by. The last hour drags a little. Yeah. I fired up the high seas. I'm also gonna look for a VHS copy, because I wanna, when I show footage of the movie in the video, I want to do it on the CRT, and a VHS copy would look great. It looked like shit is the point, which is probably good for copyright reasons too. Arnie shows up somewhere in the middle. So, about the game. Now, I have done research into the game, obviously, because I want to go in with some knowledge. I'm not going to go into all of it, because obviously that's what the video is for. Do I have a VCR? Hey, Jooch. Right there. See that? Let me see if I can zoom in on it. No, I don't know I can. Right there. Hold on. You can see it better. Right there. It's a shitty piece of shit Philips. I had to fix it on stream. I fixed it with super glue, and that might not hold, but I paid $5 for it. So what I know about the game is that it changes the story. That might be a little sacrilegious. I'm going in blind? Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Grace. Here's the thing. If you look for this game on YouTube, you will find one 7-minute video with a little bit of gameplay of it. And nothing else. It wasn't made by a game developer as much as it was made by a company that did kind of like interactive educational CD-ROMs. And that's an interesting thing about this, is it is also an interactive educational CD-ROM. This will be my biggest breakthrough? I hope so. Million views. Million views, or it's a huge failure and I have to crawl back under the rock I came from. Which is right here anyway. This is my computer is my rock. So I know a little bit about it. several highs, but like the median high has to go higher. If this is my Cars 2 YouTube video, could be. The Star Trek video blew up. That was the first blow up. And then Buck Bumble had like a slow climb to almost 15k. Eva Cash was the first one that really went up. Right before my second trip to Aruba last year. And then Desperate Housewives did something similar this year, but much, much higher. Here's the thing, Grace. Here's the thing, Amsterdam did way worse than I hoped. Way worse. And I'm super proud of it. And it's the best video I could have made with that amount of time and that amount of resources. That one was also extra special because it was at least the studio was from my youth, so that one was another dig into myself, you know. I really appreciate those. This Hamlet also, because Hamlet is the Shakespeare play that I read in English class in high school. So, we're gonna start it because I don't know how long it is. Sacrilegious? How do you write sacrilegious? Sacrilegious. Give it a bump, Disty. Tell all your friends. We're gonna start up. Let's see. We're gonna start up Windows 98. So obviously, I'm not running this from the disk, and I'm running this in a virtual machine. HEB RoboBump did nothing. I have no idea. I have been steadily losing subscribers the last couple of weeks. I would get like +5, -3, +5, -3. My high last week was like, what was it, 4,300? Is that where I am? 4,366, and now I'm at 4,355. I have a sense that some, like, bots are getting deleted or some shit, or spam accounts. Alright, Winamp can go. So yeah, I'm running this in a virtual machine. Obviously, it won't run on anything higher than Windows 98, maybe Windows ME. But who's gonna install Windows ME? It won't run in Windows XP. It needs like a very old version of QuickTime. It's made in Macromedia Director. That's like a tiny little icon of like a low color Kenneth Branagh. Your YouTube channel has 148 subscribers, but all of them are special. This program looks much better if your display is set to true color 16-bit. Hey, Fluff! True color is 24-bit, which is what it's set to, so shut up. Yeah, I make some stuff in Macromedia Director, too. Oh, look at those colors. Beautiful. So M, some kind of French publisher from the 90s. They're also a bit of an obscurity. Oh, the colors are wrong. The colors are wrong. Something fucked up. Hold on. Something's messed up.
You have chosen
now that I'm streaming, everything's fucked up.
Prince of Denmark.
It's classic. This happened with X-Files game also. Yep, it's all messed up. Why is it all messed up now? Every single time that I tested it, it was fine. Let's do 16-bit color then. It could be that the OBS picking it up is messing with it. Two of my mates went to college to do macromedia studies. It was dead by the time they left, yeah. Oh, that was too big a gulp. Hi, Carrion, Comfort. Thanks for the follow. Colors are a little different.
Transaction. Distinguish this as enabled TV mode.
Oh no. I should have disabled that. I should have disabled that. I should disable TV mode. I'm sorry. I need all footage of this to be like good. because it's all, well, to be fair, I need like a button that just turns off those things. To be fair, hold on, I'm trying. A Steamer bot has changed. Streamer bot has changed. I need to figure out. I apparently all the movie clips and all the interactive stuff is on the disc available, so that's good. Stream apps, platforms, Twitch. All right, hold on. Drop it. I'm gonna turn off. I should just turn off all rewards, but I'm gonna turn off. Drop an egg prayer. All the sound drops. Hi, Miami Blofeld. I'm just turning off everything. All right. Remind me to turn this all off again in the future, or turn this all on again. I need to have a better system of recording. Oh God, where do we have community monetization? Where is this shit? Viewer rewards, channel points, enable channel. I'm turning off channel points. All right, you won't be earning anything either. I'm turning off channel points just for while we're playing this game. Deal with it. Nobody cares. Channel points have been disabled. We still have a CRT mode running now. What are channel points? That's the shit you use to redeem the drops. Grace? You use channel points. Redeem the Grace, you know when I'm like talking about something serious and meaningful, and you're like, the robot voice money, there you go. When I'm talking about something serious and meaningful, and you're thinking, this is when I do the robot voice drop. How long is CRT mode anyway? Can we run Amsterdam in CRT mode? Yes, we can. I wish I could have like a little timer or something. Because now I wasted a lot of time. It's been 18 minutes. We're still not playing Hamlet, the video game. It's still in CRT mode, isn't it? That's what we're looking at now? I can't tell. It didn't happen midstream. No, yeah, we got it right on time. So thank you. It would look great. So I will try in the future to have. Oh yeah, I hacked Amsterdam. I will try in the future to have it so that I can record the footage properly, and you don't need to worry about anything. So this is Hamlet, the video game. Is there a chance it won't deactivate? Yes. I don't think so. Because the timer is run separately. Let's give it like 30 more seconds. Actions and huge. Actions and
Rain has resubscribed to the BOBSTREAM and has been a subscriber for 37 months. Who are you calling a cutie pants?
You! Noya in Rain. Your pants are cute. Action history. Pending actions. TV mode is running. Can I turn this off? Inspect variables. Oh, that's a lot of variables.
Cessation.
There we go.
Disabling TV mode.
Everything's fine. Thank you, Robot Bob. How the hell do I leave? Terug naar menu. No, don't restart. Shit. Alt F4. If you want me to stop ruining your serious moments with robot voice, please say so. No. If I wanted that, I would have already done so. I would have already said it. You see? You see how this works? Come on. Come on. There we go. Who wants to see some Hamlet? Just in time for the ads to start. I do have, somehow, a walkthrough of this. Because, as far as I understand it, it's basically a series of puzzles, some of which are quite inscrutable. Which is why I want to, after this, also play like Seventh Guest and stuff, because as far as I understand it, those are also just series of puzzles. Who in this house, who in this house, my chat house, knows how to play chess? This is Brian Blessed. He can whisper.
Choose foul, most unnatural murder. Murder most foul, as in the best it is. And let me speak to the yet unknowing world how these things came about. So shall you hear of Cardinal.
Uh-oh. Watch out. Hey, AJ McKenna.
And unnatural acts.
It does not have subtitles, Noya. No way.
Casual slaughters.
Also, Robin Williams is in this.
Put on by cunning and forced cause. And in this outshot, purposes mistook fallen on the inventors' heads.
Making it seem like it's a war movie.
Marvelous. Can I truly deliver?
Oh, so epic.
To be or not to be.
So here's a fun thing. This is the main menu. Gates is to be. These lights here is not to be. Not to be is the entire play in text form with commentary, I think, on the side. Yeah. Books of lore, including how to play chess, because this is like all stuff that is important for it's 5 pages, so there's not going to be a whole lot of chess, but these are basically how you figure out the puzzles, and there's like history and all that shit, like Revenge in Hamlet, you know, and it's not a whole lot, but those are things for the puzzles. Here is an interesting thing. There's origins, and it says select a document to print. And if you do this, it says current printer could not be initialized because you need to have a printer connected. I had to figure out how to basically get a program that runs in Windows 98 or 95 that creates a virtual printer that prints to a PDF. And then I had to figure out how to get the PDF from the virtual machine to my my normal Windows install. That was a bit of a journey yesterday, but I managed to do it. The only annoying thing is books of lore is like where you get, look, there's fencing, there's archery, there's Cupid's Book of Love and Courtship, there's Primer of Latin. These are all things that have to do with the puzzles in the game, but you can't access it. You can access it at any point during the game except while you're doing the puzzle, which is one of the frustrating things about it. But it's still kind of cool. Is this a search? This looks like it should be a search bar, but this is from 1996. So,
To be or not to be.
I suppose, can I access the files? No, but I have already gotten them. I figured out a way to do it. I have them. They're safe. I'm going to archive them and put them on archive.org or something. It is just 2 small papers by the Shakespeare consultant that they used for the game. So, I suppose before we begin, sorry, but I suppose because not everyone is familiar. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. The story of Hamlet. Right? In a quick off-the-cuff summary, as best as I can do it, with some spoilers for a 400-year-old story that is actually even older than that. Denmark. Denmark has recently been going through some shit. King Hamlet has recently defeated the King of Norway, and killed him in battle, I think. The King of Norway's son, Fortinbras, is not happy with that, and his uncle is currently in charge of Norway, and he wants to kind of attack Denmark. That's some stuff happening in the background. You don't need to worry about that anymore until the end. Before the play starts, King Hamlet is dead. He died very suddenly. Oh, what a shame. His son Hamlet, who is supposed to be like college age in his 20s, but is played by a 36-year-old Kenneth Branagh, who's also the director of the movie. Don't worry about it. I'm sure there's no ego involved. Is very depressed about it. He loved daddy. He loved his daddy. Especially because his daddy's brother, Claudius, took the throne and married Hamlet's mom. Like weeks later, they married. And Hamlet's mom seems pretty happy with what was her brother-in-law and is now her husband. So Claudius is now Hamlet's uncle daddy. Okay. Some guards in front of the castle, all of it happens around the castle, Elsinore. Some guards around the castle spot the ghost of Hamlet's dad. And they're like, fuck, Hamlet, come, check this shit out. Hamlet goes, and his dad's ghost talks to him, and his dad said, yo, guess what? That motherfucker Claudius, my brother, poisoned me. That son of a bitch. And you, if you want me to not be like burning in hell or some shit, or stuck wandering the earth forever as a vengeful spirit, you, little Hamlet Jr., you have to go get revenge. Alright? So Hamlet is like, alright, I'm gonna, I need to prove that this ghost is like, actually my dad's ghost and not like some demon taking up his form. So I need to prove that Claudius is indeed guilty of murder. And 2, I'm gonna act like a fucking weirdo and annoy everyone, so as to hide my whatever. I've already been annoying everyone because I'm like mourning my dad like some kind of loser. But now I'm gonna act all crazy. So he has a love interest, Ophelia. Ophelia has a brother whose name is, holy shit, also something with an F, whose name is not Fortinbras. Fortinbras is the Prince of Norway. Ophelia has a brother whose name is Laertes. Yes? All right? Very protective of his sister. They have a father who's advisor to the king, Polonius. Yada, yada, yada. There's a Rosencrantz. There's a Guildenstern. They die eventually. Hamlet annoys everybody. Hamlet sets up a play in which someone kills a king in the same way that Claudius is supposed to have killed Hamlet's dad, which is poison in the ear. Claudius like gets all pissed off at that. He's like, what the hell's going on here? To Hamlet, that's proof enough. Hamlet is so obsessed with getting revenge somehow, although he doesn't really know how. I guess he's like, at some point I have to kill Claudius, right? But he doesn't really think about how. He's just kind of like, he's like pretending to be mad, but he also loses himself a little bit in that. And in that, he's also treating Ophelia like shit. And he tells Ophelia to fuck off. And Ophelia is like, what the hell is going on here? I don't know. At first, Polonius and Claudius think like, oh, it's because Ophelia rejected him because I told her to reject him, blah, blah, blah. But no, he's doing this because he wants to kind of catch Claudius in the act, etc. So here's where shit starts to go down, right? Claudius sends Hamlet to England to get killed. Because he's like, okay, that Hamlet guy, he maybe knows a little more than he lets on. He's being annoying. He's getting in my way. I want to keep fucking his mom. You know, let's get him out of the way. Because Hamlet is the heir also, let's not forget. So he has multiple reasons for wanting to get Claudius out of the way. Hamlet kind of escapes that plot, returns. At some point, he's in the room with his mom, and he's telling his mom, just stop fucking your brother-in-law, please. It's really weird and creeping me out. And there's someone behind the curtain listening. Hamlet thinks it's Claudius, and he's like, you motherfucker. And he stabs the curtain. Stabs the curtain. Out falls Polonius. It was Polonius who was listening. Ophelia's dad. Do we also learn all this in the game? Well, I think the game plays with the story. The game isn't a straight recount or retelling. The game is like an alternate universe. What if everything went right if you solve all these puzzles? What else happens? Polonius is dead, right? Hamlet kind of is like, well, he shouldn't have been listening in, you know? With this creep behind the curtain, why was he listening in? Fuck him. Laertes at this point is gone. Ophelia is just like, she was already kind of, after Hamlet left, she was already kind of like in a bad state, but she goes completely crazy. And she ends up drowning in a river. Potentially, of her own accord, but it's not made clear. There's a discussion of that. A lot of people are dead in the story. We've just begun, Noya. When Hamlet returns from his little trip overseas, he finds this out. Laertes also returns and is like, oh, so Hamlet killed my dad and my sister, who I kiss on the mouth. Fuck Hamlet. And Claudius is like, oh, you don't like this Hamlet guy, do you? How about we do this? We set up a fencing match, because you guys, you love fencing. You poison your tip. And then you do him a little swipe, and then he dies, and then problem solved. And if that doesn't work, I'll poison his cup. So Hamlet and Laertes have a big public fight, a big public fencing match. Needless to say, Hamlet's mom drinks from the cup, dies. Hamlet gets stabbed by the poison tip. At some point, they switch swords. Laertes gets stabbed by the poison tip. Laertes is like, man, that Claudius, he really fucked me. Hamlet, it was Claudius that did all of this. And just before Hamlet dies, he, in the movie, he throws his sword straight into Claudius's chest. Everyone is dead except Hamlet's good friend Horatio, who's been there the whole story. He's the guy you'll see with the mustache. And Horatio is like, well, this sucks. I'm gonna do this too. And Hamlet's like, wait, with his last breath, he's like, no, you gotta tell this story. Please. Because this all sucked. Denmark is without any royalty anymore. Meanwhile, Fortinbras of Norway marches in, sees all the dead bodies, and goes like, well, that was easy. And that, everybody, is the story of Hamlet in a nutshell. There's ghosts. It's a ghost story. It is a bit of a murder mystery. It's a love story. It's a bit of a political thriller. It's all of those things wrapped in one. Billy Shakes knew what he was doing. He was a good writer, assuming it was him who wrote it and he really existed as a person. And it is deservedly one of the great works. What's the moral of the story? You know, that's funny. There's not one moral of the story. Because it's Shakespeare. There's several, right? And one of the big ones is revenge, maturity. You know, like, what do you do when your uncle kills your dad and marries your mom? Not this. Do something else. So, here's the other thing, and I've played just like the first little part of this to see how it worked and if everything was okay. I don't know if the game sets it up, but according to the box, all right, I'm gonna read the back of the box. As young Hamlet, you must avenge the terrible murder of your father and become the new king of Denmark. Use cunning, courage, and nerves of steel, I have all of those, to survive 5 levels of gameplay and win the crown in a last and vicious saber duel in cyberspace. Become whole and complete in body and spirit by collecting all 10 wits of man. Your task is to kill the king, but prevent the deaths of the innocent. So, yeah. But it sounds a little RPG-like. It sounds a little bit like marketing speak. But there's something about the 10 wits of man. I don't know if they are here in the books of lore. The game of chess, characters of Hamlet, salvation, revenge, history, game of cards, sons and fathers, flowers and herbs, the human body, plants and poisons, heaven, hell, and purgatory, the human soul. Is it that? Yeah, the wits of man. The 5 inward wits: memory, instinct, imagination, judgment, invention, or fantasy. And outward wits: hearing, smell, touch, taste. The vegetable soul! We all have a vegetable soul. Yeah, it's really just a few pages. I'm gonna have to get footage of all of them at some point. Okay.
Be or not to be.
Let us be.
Welcome. You have chosen to be Hamlet, Prince of Denmark.
Alright, so this is the game interface. We got little 360 worlds. Apparently Stonehenge is there in the distance. Help is controls. Oh, there's a zoom. More help. Well, help is like more help actually gives me my goal. How do I go back? And then we can go back to the books of lore. Or this goes to the book we need. Okay, so we have Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Kenneth Branagh. We have Claudius, Hamlet's uncle. We have the ghost, supposedly Hamlet's daddy. Gertrude, who's Hamlet's mom. Polonius, who is Claudius's number 2. Laertes, who's Polonius' son. Ophelia. Well, Ophelia is played by Kate Winslet. In 1996, there was another pretty big Shakespeare adaptation that was released. Romeo plus Juliet, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. How did these things happen? Horatio is Hamlet's good friend. He wears a nice hat when it's cold. Fortinbras is the sneaky man of Norway. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern don't get pictures. They are like friends of Hamlet who are kind of summoned by Claudius to spy on him. Voltimand and Cornelius, I have no idea. These are minor characters. Osric, Reynaldo, a gravedigger. Hey, that was played by Billy Crystal. We'll put some respect on Billy Crystal's name. Oh yeah, and the priest. Okay, return. So, as far as I know, there isn't much exploration of the castle. Because I can only click on the door, I think. There's nothing else for me to like click on and get lore or notes or clues. It's really just go to a room, click on the interactives, solve a puzzle, go to the next room. And look at movie clips.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
He said the line! He said the line! That's the music that plays when I enter my home. I wish. That would be cool. This is an impressive lock. So I can click on the door.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Oh yeah, I know. But let's click on the map. So Groningen. Hey. Copenhagen.
Oh, most wicked speed to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good.
Hamlet is like has no respect for Claudius because he's kind of a he's drinking, he's partying, he's fucking his mom.
Our last king, whose image even but now appeared to us, was, as you know, by Fortinbras of Norway, thereto pricked on by a most emulate pride, dared to the combat, in which our valiant Hamlet, for so this side of our known world esteemed him, did slay this Fortinbras, who by a sealed compact well ratified by law and heraldry, did forfeit with his life all those his lands which he stood seized on to the conqueror. Now, sir, young Fortinbras hath in the skirts of Norway here and there sharked up a list of landless resolute to recover those foresaid lands so by his father lost.
Also, I think an important thing to mention is the play, takes place in Renaissance Denmark. Kenneth Branagh made a stylistic decision to make it take place in a kind of almost fantasy Victorian era thing. I guess to fit because he used some British palace to film it in. He wanted that kind of costuming. There's black people all over. Nobody complained because it was 1996 and the chuds weren't told that was something they needed to complain about. So, when you see outfits that look a little too modern for Shakespeare, that's why. And Warsaw.
Against some part of Poland, truly to speak, and with no addition, we go to gain a little patch of ground that hath knit no profit but the name. To pay 5 ducats, 5, I would not farm it. Nor will it yield to Norway or the Pole a ranker rate, should it be sold in fee.
That's politics stuff, don't worry about it.
Something is rotten.
Yeah, I know. This is the main room that everything happens in. There's like lots of mirrors in it. There's some neat tricks that Branagh uses to hide the camera whenever it passes a mirror that I thought was kind of interesting, you know? I can't go back. There's no going back. There's no exploration. But here, if I click help, right? Oh yeah, and I can zoom. Hold on, I can zoom? Oh, I can zoom real deep. This is like an uncomfortable amount of zoom. But if I click help, and I click more help, it'll basically tell me what to do. You're inside the State Hall, the great ceremonial hall of Elsinore Palace, where many of the key events in this game take place. First, find the hotspot that plays an important announcement by King Claudius, then find the chess pieces to start the end game against the king. Return to game. If I do exit, I can only save when quitting. Okay. Resume playing.
Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, yet so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him, together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, have we, as 'twere with her defeated joy, taken to wife.
Gross,
Or
dude.
have we herein barred your better wisdoms, which have freely gone with this affair along, for all our thanks.
And now if we look around, what's that? Chess. Okay, but hold on. Help. Book of Lore. Will it give me chess? No. But I can just choose not to be. Book of Lore, the game of chess. 2 opponents, black and white. I played little chess back in high school. I don't remember a single thing. I remember the horsey goes like an L shape. That's what I remember. Player cannot land on the square occupied by one of his own pieces, nor, with exception of the knight, move through an occupied square. Each opponent has control of 2 armies led by a king and a queen, the most important pieces of the game. Aim of the contest is to capture the opposing king. Trapping the king on a square from which there is no escape. If the king is in danger of capture but there is an available move, the king is in check. If there is no place for the king to move without being captured by the piece of an opposing player, the king is presumed to have been conquered, and he is in checkmate, and the game is over. Alright. Return. Okay. So that's the king. What? I'm okay.
Do not harm the innocent. Therefore, harm not yourself either.
Okay, so I can move.
Do not harm the innocent. Therefore, harm not yourself either.
So who knows chess? Who knows chess? I need to get the king. I need to checkmate the king, I guess. But it doesn't tell me what's a valid move. Oh, I harmed myself.
Do not harm the innocent. Therefore, harm not yourself either.
Well, I harmed myself. Don't know what to do now. Move my rook.
Do not harm the innocent. Therefore, harm not yourself either.
Straight to the
Not
left.
harm the innocent. Therefore, harm not yourself either.
Who turns the chessboard 90 degrees? Yeah.
Fie and shame upon you.
I don't think...
One more chance I give you before the Danish crown is lost.
Oh, what happens if I lose? Hold on. We're early enough in the game that I can figure that out.
Fie and shame upon you.
And what happens? I'm in a different position, aren't I?
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight. Saw who, my lord? The king. Your father. The king, season your admiration for a while with an attend here till I may deliver upon the witness of these gentlemen this marvel to you.
Oh, for God's love, let me hear.
Wait. Hold on. We're gonna start over. Quit without saving.
We defy...
What happens now if I do the right thing?
To be
Yeah,
Something is rotten in this
yeah, Fluff. Hamlet, so Branagh's Hamlet is like has two modes in how he portrays himself. It's either like kind of whispering to himself or being very manic and yelling. And his dad, I guess that runs in the family because his dad's ghost is only whispering and it sounds kind of creepy. Okay. Rook to the left was said. Alright? Tell me. Give me the good moves. I have a walkthrough if I need it. I have a walkthrough if I need it. Vestibule, State Hall. Move the left castle. Move the left castle to place the king in check. Move the other castle to take the knight.
Do not harm the innocent. Therefore, fie and shame upon you. One more chance I give you before the Danish crown is lost.
Move the left castle up to the top. Yeah, it doesn't say where. Okay, here. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because then... And then? Move the other castle to take the knight. This?
King Claudius is the object of your wrath. It is he who must be slain.
And we're in the same place. Nothing changed. We need to go up the stairs, I guess. That was a win, but it was exactly the same result. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna save the game and quit. And this is gonna be very confusing and annoying. Oh! Resume playing at Act 1. Resume saved game. Okay. That's cool. Okay, now Horatio tells us about Ghost Dad. And what has changed. Oh.
2 nights together had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch in the dead waste and middle of the night been thus encountered. A figure like your father, armed at all points exactly cap-a pay, appears before them, and with solemn march goes slow and stately by them, and I with them the 3rd night kept the watch. The apparition comes. I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
But where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where we watched.
I will watch tonight. Perchance to walk again.
I warrant you it will.
I think we're just still playing through the intro.
Pursue my noble father's person. I'll speak to it, though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace. So fare you well. Upon the platform, twixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you.
Our duty to your honor.
Your loves, as mine to you. Farewell.
We are now in Hamlet's study. Looks a little empty. It's extremely empty. There's nothing here. There's a lamp. Oh. Oh, interactables. Okay, environmental change. Oh. A print of hand. You want a house with hidden doors? Elsinore Castle, as presented in hey, welcome in. Elsinore Castle, as presented in Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet, has so many hidden doors. It's awesome. The way he uses that space, that's not in the play or anything, right? That's just something he came up with. All those mirrors are doors. The mirrors are hidden mirrors. Every bookcase is a door. Every wall is a door. It's great. Oh, we're moving. Take that, Mist. You have animations.
Welcome, Prince of Denmark. Now, hear carefully. In your quest, you must combat evil and pursue justice.
Oh, yeah.
Punish the killer and spare the innocent.
Of course.
How you proceed will determine your worthiness to be king. Only a man, complete and whole, may achieve the goal and be worthy of the Danish crown. 10 wits of man you must pursue. 5 outer wits and 5 inner ones that will fulfill to be.
Alright, so got that? I need wits. What is this? This is a little skull thing. Oh, oh, oh. Touch, taste. Memory, instinct, judgment, invention, imagination, hearing, sight, smell, taste, touch. Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Why is touch over here? That's not a great place for touch. I'd put touch on the cheek. Okay, so that's our collection. So now we're in the observe. Now it feels like, okay, things have opened up. I gotta take notes. I'm sorry. Until I have someone sitting here next to me taking notes for me, or maybe some kind of voice-activated notes thingy. Intro, and then the game introduces the wits. The most FMV-est of games. The seventh guest had fluid animations too. That's true. That's true. Does the seventh guest... See, I wonder this, right? Because my experience with FMV games isn't that huge, but a game I think about that isn't very FMV... That's a first-person shooter, is, what's that one? Time something. Something with time. The one where you go... It had a remaster recently. The one where you go to an island, and it's like stuck in time, and there's some Egyptian stuff. Killing Time. Hey! Killing Time has like these little clips play of people, but they're not talking to the player usually. They're kind of... It's just like you're seeing memories. Right? I don't know if Seventh Guest is also like that, because generally in these kinds of games, you know, on Sega CD or whatever, it's like, oh, you've come here, come! You've joined the secret club of ghost hunters. Come here, now watch this video and click at the right moment. You know, you're like a protagonist in the movie. But here, too, because they're using clips from the movie, obviously there's no player for them to talk to. I'm just kind of thinking through all of this. Alright. So, this is... There's one to click on. Is there anything else to click on? What's this? The gates of hell shall not prevail. Oh, good. Oh! Oh, this is lore. This is lore. This is the library. Can I only click on it once? Or it's... Oh, it's this one. The other ones are nothing? It's the one without the desk. Somehow. Sons and fathers, character, salvation. An explanation of relationships among Fortinbras, Hamlet, and Laertes. There are three sets of fathers and sons in Hamlet. Hamlet Senior, or the Ghost, and the protagonist of the play, Polonius and Laertes, and Fortinbras Senior and Junior. In each case, a father has been killed and his son seeks to avenge his murder. In two cases, that of Hamlet and Laertes, the father has been murdered unjustly, and his son rightfully pursues justice. In the case of Fortinbras, however, whose father died honorably in battle, revenge is not justified, and his son seeks vengeance without just cause. Part of the irony of the play is that the two sons who rightfully want to avenge their father's death die themselves, while Fortinbras, who is wrongfully making war on Denmark, becomes the obvious heir to the throne at the end of the play. The pairs of fathers and sons mirror each other in circumstances, attitudes, and actions during the play. Fortinbras and Laertes are each foils for Hamlet, who sees himself in comparison to Den, as he seeks to follow the ghost's bidding. Hamlet's resolution of his dilemma, whether to kill Claudius or to accept the circumstances he found on his return to Denmark at the beginning of the play, depends on how he views the actions of Fortinbras and Laertes as models for their behavior of sons whose fathers have died. Finally, Hamlet lets himself be guided by his own understanding of death and life, and he becomes the model for others, as Horatio survives to tell the story of Hamlet's life. Yes, I know, I watched a movie. I wonder, can you even come back to this room at all? Is it explorable? Can you come back to read the books? You don't need to, because I can just click on not to be. Anyway, there was one thing that was clickable. Yes. The map puzzle. Oh, God. It's not a slider, is it? No. No, it's just a regular puzzle. Yeah, I figured this would be the middle. Alright. And then this is there. That is there. Is the ground? Yes, these also matter. What am I missing? This looks right to me. Are these wrong? No. Or this is wrong. Oh, of course. This is the middle part. And then these are the... There we go. Oh! I love a good diagram. Oh, now we have the map. Oh, this is cool. Okay. It's more open than I thought it would be. So we can explore the castle a little bit. I presume. Can we teleport, or is this just telling us where? Okay. But it's not telling us where we are, right? Hamlet's study, the anteroom, another anteroom. Claudius's suite, Claudius's study, court chapel, lady in waiting, Gertrude's suite, lady in waiting, Polonius's chamber, Ophelia's chamber.
This is the ambassadors.
All the world is a stage. That's right. Can't zoom out anymore. Can I go anywhere now? Can I go anywhere now? Okay, so this takes me to the map. But it doesn't tell me where the observatory is, which is where I am right now. Royal Hall. The Royal Hall. Claudius's study, Claudius's suite. I guess Hamlet's study. Oh, now it's very Resident Evil.
Hannah, what news?
Letters, my lord.
This to your majesty.
See, I'm wondering, can I move? Can I travel? Can I return to Hamlet's study? No. It's just a layout. Can't return. Cannot move. There's no navigation. Well, clearly there's a little table here, so...
Hannah, what news?
Letters, my lord.
This to your majesty.
Now follows that you know, young Fortinbras, holding a weak supposal of our worth, or thinking by our late dear brother's death our state to be disjoint and out of frame, colleagued with the dream of his advantage, he has not failed to pester us with message, importing the surrender of those lands lost by his father with all bonds of law to our most valiant brother. So much for him. Now for ourselves and for this time of meeting, thus much the business is. We have here writ to Norway, uncle of young Fortinbras, who, impotent and bedrid, scarcely hears of this his nephew's purpose. And we here dispatch you, good Cornelius, and you, Voltimand, for bearers of this greeting to old Norway, giving you no further personal power to business with the king, more than the scope of these dilated...
You should have saved.
Allow. Farewell, and let your haste commend your duty.
Ultimatum.
Now follow...
Nope. To Norway, the king. To Norway, the king. Oh, okay. So I have to pick a letter. So the situation is, again, the political situation is Hamlet's dad defeated Norway's king in battle, killed him, and got some territory. And now Norway's king's son, Fortinbras, is kind of like, hey, can you get that shit back to us, please? And Claudius is like, nah. And and he's gonna tell Norway's king, which is Fortinbras's uncle, hey, can you tell your nephew to just like chill the fuck out? I understand. I got a nephew who's like a bit of a pest also. Could you tell your nephew to please cut it out? Thank you. Can I zoom in on this? No. Young Fortinbras has challenged the legitimacy of the lands lost by your brother King Fortinbras to Denmark in a lawful duel. We consider his brazen challenge a flagrant act of aggression and thus inform you that henceforth Norway is in a state of war with Denmark. I don't think so. Young Fortinbras has challenged the sovereignty of the Danish lands once lost by your brother King Fortinbras in a lawful duel. We beg you to intervene on our behalf so that his youthful dash and vigor may not result in a sudden clash of Norwegian and Danish arms and break the peace and concord between our royal houses. Sounds likely. The claim of Danish lands made by your nephew Fortinbras Prince is hereby rejected out of hand. If there are any truly lawful grounds that we dare young Fortinbras to appear at Elsinore in person and defend his dubious claim in the eyes of the court and the law. I don't think it's that one. I think it's this one.
In that and all things will we show our duty. We've doubted nothing. Heartily farewell.
Upon the platform, twixt 11 and 12.
So, did I do it right? It's a little wander, like it's a little inscrutable. Well, here we go.
Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late, made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection?
Ophelia. Oh, I can move. I can move to different places. I am now in the vestibule. I still have no wits. Wait, where does this go? This goes to the Royal Hall. What happens if we go? Do you think there were kids that really enjoyed this? Was it made for kids? I'm like wondering who the target audience was, really. It's a little confusing because you can't really understand it without having watched the movie and how many kids watched a 4-hour Hamlet movie. I would say if I had this as a kid, it would be like, ooh, interactive program. I enjoyed stuff that was far less interactive than this.
The dram of evil doth all the noble substance overdaub to his own scandal.
Look, my lord, it comes.
Thou comest in such a questionable shape that I will speak to thee. I call thee Hamlet. King. Father. Royal name. Answer me!
The full play is in the game also. To read. It's not like you had a tablet to read it on back then, right? You need some kind of older technology.
His beard was grizzled, no?
It was as I have seen it in his life, a sable silvered.
So can we go back? What are we doing? Oh, we're exploring the forest. I see nothing. Ghost. Little ghost. Kind of looks ghosty. Oh, I see eyes.
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fast in fires, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature.
Just imagine the balls you need
and purged away.
To hire Brian Blessed and say, whisper.
How didst ever thy dear father love? Revenge is foul and most unnatural murder. Murder most foul, as in the best it is, but this most foul, strange and unnatural. The serpent that did sting thy father's life, now wears his crown. My prophetic soul, my uncle. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. But howsoever thou pursuest this act,
I do think it should have had captions, though. They should have known even in 1996 or 7.
Contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven.
Bye.
You have done well, and in so doing, you have acquired the first of 10 wits, the wit of instinct. Obey and follow the command of the old king, Hamlet of Denmark. Revenge! Revenge his foul, unnatural murder, but spare the queen and save all other lives. You must find the proof of Claudius' guilt and determine if the ghost can be believed.
Oh, now we're back at the observatory. Cool. What did I want to say? I had something I wanted to say. I forgot. Ah, well. So what does it look like now that I have instinct? It's filled in and fleshy. And, can I? Okay. I can go here. I was just gonna say, there needs to be music. Exit, save game, and quit. It did not look like a puzzle I could fail at all. So, whatever that means. I'm just wondering if there's a fail state, you know, because when I did the, when I messed up the chess puzzle, oopsie. When I messed up the chess puzzle, oh, sorry. I just let me go. It just let me keep going. Resume saved game. Okay, so we have there. And other than the books... Oh, I can't even click on that anymore. Okay, so the reading is done.
Give him this money and these notes, Ronaldo.
I will, my lord.
Where are we? In the hall, I guess. I don't recognize this. I was gonna say from the show. Oh. Well, when you see a peephole, you must peep.
I saw him yesterday. What other day? Well, there,
Renowned
there.
sex pest and
Such
horrible
such
person,
passion.
Gerard Depardieu.
There was a gaming. There Ortukin's rows. There falling out at tennis. Or perchance I saw him enter such a house of sale. Videli said, a brothel or so.
Monster, really.
See
Monster.
now, your bait of falsehood takes this carp of truth. And thus do we of wisdom and of reach, with windlasses and with
Assurance.
essays of bias,
Today is the day.
by indirections find directions out.
It's Obelix, yeah.
So, by my former lecture and advice, shall you, my son. You have me, have you not?
My lord, I have.
God be with you. Very well.
So, here's an interesting thing.
Lord, I have been so frightened.
With what in the name of God?
Lord Hamlet, he comes before me.
Mad with thy love?
That footage was like just the shot of his character. There was not the reverse shot of Polonius talking as it was in the movie. They had access to extra footage. It wasn't just that they were given a digital file of the movie. They had more footage than just the movie. Ronaldo shot. Anyway, Ophelia came in saying like, Hamlet's being a fucking weirdo. No, not help. Turn to game. Was there a strategy guide for this game? I do have a, I have a walkthrough that I found on archive.org. So worst case scenario, we can get through things rather quick. But I have no idea how long the game is. We are here, right? No, Claudius's suite. Polonius's chamber. Yeah, I don't really understand where we are. Polonius's chamber, so we're watching that way. But then what? It wants us to go into Claudius's suite? But this is Polonius's chamber. Oh, more peeping.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's the same. That doesn't make sense. It's the same room.
What, have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my good lord. But as you did command, I did repel his letters and denied his access to me.
Kate Winslet does a lot of yelling in this movie. Very yelly role.
That hath made him mad.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
I'm just wondering, my main question is, how much, is there any, like, change? Is the game linear? Am I changing anything? Or peeping?
Saith neither the exterior nor the inward man resembles that it was. What it should be, more than his father's death, that thus hath kept him so much from the understanding of himself, I cannot dream of. I entreat you both that being of so young days brought up with him, and since so neighboured to his youth and humour, that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court some little time. So, by your companies, to draw him unto pleasures, and to gather, so much as from occasion you may glean, whether aught to us unknown afflicts him thus, that open lies within our remedy.
So Claudius invited Hamlet's old school friends Rosencrantz and Guildenstern and said, hey, spy on him for me, please. Hang out with him, you know, cuddle up with him, you know, snuggle him a bit.
My lord, His Majesty commended him to you. He sent to know if your pleasure hold that you attend him in the hall.
Oh, I need to go to the hall. Communication, mostly through movie and voice clips, and then sometimes Renaissance man. Can you spy on my nephew, please? No, we're moving. We're moving. This is a 1 CD game, also. Such 3D, yes. My favorite Derek Jacobi performance is Love is the Devil, in which he plays Francis Bacon. Bacon. Resident Evil Door, yep. Oh yeah, I gotta write that down, because I noted that too. Resident Evil Doors. Transitions. Door transitions. Oh. Okay. We still haven't gotten an extra width, so we're just gonna navigate.
Welcome, my good friends. Say, Voltman, what from our brother Norway?
How are these things related? It's just kind of making me go through the movie a little. But like, okay, so the setup of the game is, yeah, kill the king, but nobody else has to die. A lot of people die in Hamlet. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern die. Ophelia dies. Polonius dies. Laertes dies. Gertrude doesn't. Oh, that was what I wanted to say. I like this. The ghost says this, right? Hamlet's dad's ghost says, not only did my brother kill me, but he also seduced my wife even before that, and it worked. Right? So Gertrude was already kind of hot for Claudius. I'm gonna go into that stuff a little bit, AJ, in the video, or at least mention the concept that Shakespeare wasn't. Well, I mean, it is true that we know very little about Shakespeare the person. But so Hamlet's dad's wife was totally kind of game for Claudius, right? And certainly after Hamlet's dad died, she immediately went to her brother-in-law's, like, let's hook up. And yet Hamlet's dad's ghost says, fuck up Claudius, but you leave my wife alone. Don't do anything to her. Which is an interesting thing, and I'm sure many PhDs have been written about what that means and what was going on there. We're doing letters again. To Claudius, King of Denmark, most fair return of greetings and desires. Upon our first, I sent out to suppress my nephew's levies, which to me appeared to be a preparation against the Polak. But better looked into, I truly found it was against your highness. Whereat grieved, I send out arrests on Fortinbras, which he in brief obeyed. Received rebuke from Norway, and in fine, made a vow before his uncle, never more to give vassay of arms against your majesty. Whereon I give him 3,000 crowns an annual fee, and his commission to employ these soldiers, so levied as before, against the Polish people, with an entreaty that it might please you to give quiet pass through your dominions for his enterprise. Norway King. So, the King of Norway says, hey, Claudius, I hear you. I told him to cut it out. And I said, if you want to go fight in Poland. Go to Warsaw or something, whatever. But can he like cross your lands to do that? Is that cool? Is that okay?
Upon our first, he sent out to suppress his nephew's levies, which to him appeared to be a preparation against the Polak. But better looked into, he truly found it was against your highness. Receives rebuke from Norway, and in fine, makes vow before his uncle nevermore to give the assay of arms against your majesty. Whereon, old Norway, overcome with joy, gives him 3,000 crowns.
I wonder if Judi Dench is in the game.
And his commission to employ those soldiers so levied as before against the Polak.
I will be brief. Your noble son is mad.
Oh, we're just kind of bouncing through it, huh?
He tells me, my sweet queen, that he has found the head and source of all your son's displeasure.
I doubt it is no other but the main, his father's death and our hasty marriage.
Well, we shall sift him.
And I do think that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Hamlet is Grey Kay because of Ophelia.
If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the center.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in our philosophy.
He said the line. Oh. You ever enter like a small little room and find a giant fucked up puzzle on the wall?
If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the center.
Okay. Cold, hot. The cold, hot axis and the dry, moist axis. All right. Water is obviously... Water is moist and cold. Fire is dry and hot. What a sound effect. Fire is dry and hot, right? No? Oh my god. Water is moist and cold. I can't choose fire. Is earth... Earth is cold and dry. Why can't I move fire? Okay, Hamlet. Did they hire someone from Depeche Mode for the sound and fire them after the puzzle? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm confused about the interaction. Okay, we have Hamlet, Laertes, Marcellus, and Horatio. I don't even remember who Marcellus is. You've been to the actual Elsinore Castle. That's cool. Mrs. Bob went to Copenhagen for a business thing a while ago. Marcellus is one of the sorrel soldiers. It's going to be a leftover. And has said we should go back on vacation to Copenhagen once again because it's really nice. Hamlet is plump and cheerful? No. Pale, sluggish, and fat? Also no. Hamlet is tall, lean, and volatile, but I can't... It's all mouse controlled. I need to say that. All mouse controlled. Full of tasty bakeries. That's very important. Blood is hot. No, I can't. Earth. Fire? Why can't I select fire? Bip bar. See, I'm writing that down in my notes. Bip bar. Bip. 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 Bar. Copenhagen. What? I don't know if I understand this puzzle. Reflective. Sanguine. I can only select the inner ring. So what? I have to wait for the inner ring to be correct. I cannot select fire? Or is it the order? Water? Fire is air. Earth is moist and hot? Oh my god. What am I saying? What is going on? Fire. Cannot select fire. I can't select fire. Okay, I'm gonna look at the walkthrough. Hold on. Walkthrough. Royal Hall, State Hall. Wheel of Humans and Temps. Click the wheel on the wall. You are taken to a close-up of the Wheel of Humans and Temps. The goal is to get all the characteristics to match their respective protagonists. You must start from the inside and progress out. All 4 characteristics must be complete before it will allow you to progress to the next. Click on one characteristic and another to exchange them. When they are correct, they will light up with color and will no longer be manipulable. Okay, so fire is in a good place. It's cold and dry? No, that's not... that can't be right. I cannot select fire. Am I stuck? Am I boned? Because fire is not cold and dry. Could this be some kind of anti-piracy precaution? I doubt it. Do we need to... Oh, that would suck. I mean, worst case, I have the disc. But... it would still have to go through, like, my computer to go to the virtual machine. I saved recently. I'm going to Control-Alt-Delete. And we're just going to restart the game and see if that... Oh, did I not? And task.
Give him this money and these notes, Ronaldo.
Oh, we need to do all this shit again. Oh, why can't I move now? Look, something's off. Why can I not move? This is inconvenient. Technically, I can move here. Okay, that was just a weird little bug.
Give him this.
Peephole. Click away. We've already done all this. Yes, yes, yes. Yelling.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guild.
Then I get the letter, right? Yeah.
I will be brief. Your noble son is mad.
Mad, mad, mad. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna exit
And I do
and save. They didn't count on me understanding the importance of saving. I don't know why the executable is called P Hamlet.
And I do think that I have found.
And we go into the study. And then we have...
If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the center.
Fire, yes. Water is moist and cold. Oh. Now whatever is here is wrong. Something like it doesn't detect a click. I can skip. Oh, you can go to Books of Lore. Oh, you can go to Books of Lore. You just have to hit space. That's cool. You can go to Books of Lore by hitting space. Driver 2 had a few fucked up ones. Driver 3 was all fucked up. Also, skip puzzles. Which was good. Because one of them, humors, glitched out on me. It's too bad though, because I do want to solve the puzzle. Me almost going insane to some level. Yeah, there was
lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the center.
There was that one where you have to chase a car. And the way the physics work in Driver 2 is the cars that you're chasing are like on rails. So there's no way to defeat it or whatever, and if it bumps into you, you're just... And it's like on the side of a cliff in Cuba or something, or Brazil, I don't remember where it was. Okay, so top left is Earth. Yeah, it won't let me change that one at all. No matter where I click. I can change all the other ones. Top right is water, bottom right is air. Yeah, water, air. These are all good except fire and earth. Weird, huh? See help. You're poised on the wheel of life in the center of the universe, but all the elements are out of joint. Try to recompose the wheel. Start the inner ring first, click on the element you wish to move, then click on the spot. It's funny, if I wasn't able to skip this, I'd just be boned. Return to game. No matter what I do. This quadrant, the Horatio quadrant, will not work. If I go to the Book of Lore...
If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the center.
Yeah, see, you don't even hear the sound. No matter where I click. Oh, it worked! I did it! Fire's in the right place. Okay. I don't know what I did. It worked. Whatever. Let's move on. Oh no, but air is not the right place. Oh, if I just need to click on the outside edge. I just need to click on the outside edge. I just need to click outside the ring. Alright. Okay. Yellow bile, black bile, phlegm, and blood. The problem is, if I now go to the Book of Lore, it's going to restart the puzzle, right? Earth is cold and dry, and is black bile. Fire is yellow bile. Water is phlegm.
If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the center.
I'm just gonna use the code. The walkthrough. Fire and water. Let me get the walkthrough like side by side. I don't want to look at it too much because I do want to explore. Black bile is earth. Water is phlegm. And we're good. Phlegmatic, melancholy, choleric, and sanguine. Sanguine would be blood, right? And phlegmatic would be phlegm. Should phone RFK. Plump and cheerful is Horatio. Pale, sluggish, and fat, I guess, is Marcellus. I don't know. No? Is Hamlet reflective and studious? No? Hamlet is reflective and Hamlet is reflective and studious. Marcellus is pale. Horatio is plump. Laertes is tall. Yeah, this is good. Right? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, the outer ring changes too. Understood. Hamlet is not cold and moist. Hamlet is rather hot, isn't he? I don't know. Reflective. Sorry, melancholy is reflective. Yeah, that's Hamlet. Phlegmatic is pale. Hamlet is reflective. Laertes is plump. And Horatio... No, Horatio... sorry. Horatio is plump. Aww. Garden maze. Uh-oh.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Left.
The undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns.
Straight or right? I'm not looking at the guide right now. This is just a guessing game.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer.
Suffer what? The slings and arrows, baby. Ooh. Ooh.
'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished.
Right or left? Well, we went right a couple of times. I'm guessing left. Gotta get into the designer's mind, you know? Oh!
This must be so.
Was this fucking Psycho soundtrack all of a sudden?
To be or not.
Yeah. So it wasn't right. Here we went right.
The undiscovered country from whom... Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer.
I think I'm going the wrong way. It's funny though, because I feel like we played quite a while now. We only have one of the wits. No, okay. Here we go.
It is a consummation devoutly.
Is this it? This sounds victorious.
Enterprises of great pith and moment.
This maze sucks because this maze sucks because it's just like guessing. I'm gonna go straight. I'm sorry. It's against my instinct. Yep.
A heart unfortified, a mind impatient.
If you have a bad memory, this is not a good place to be.
To be or not.
I don't have a great memory. I guess my visual memory is okay. I wouldn't be able to recite it for you, but
country from whose bourne no traveler returns.
I work very intuitively. If something feels right, I go for it.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer.
Those damn slings and arrows. Like slings I can take, but arrows also? It's too much, man. But you got it, right? This is to be.
It is a consummation devout.
Here we go left.
Enterprises of great...
Oh! Well. Oh!
Sleeping within mine orchard, my custom always in the afternoon.
Santa Papa.
Upon my secure hour, thy uncle stole with juice of cursed Lebanon in a vial, and in the porches of mine ear did pour the leprous distillment.
Ah!
Thus was I sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched.
He also, for some reason, has like cartoonishly blue eyes. In this dithered footage, it's a little harder to see, but.
No reckoning made, but sent to my account with all my imperfections on my head.
You have heard well, and in so doing have dispelled the doubt and found the proof. You now have the wit of hearing. Collect your wits and gain your bearings, and let imagination show the path.
I guess it's imagination that's next. The whispering is ridiculous. Yeah, it's not a movie I would ever watch without captions. I mean, I feel like mood-wise, you know, it's kind of creepy. It's kind of like you have to lean in, and you have to lean into a ghost. But it's hard to listen to.
You have heard well, and in so doing have dispelled the doubt and found the proof. You now have the wit of hearing. Collect your wits and gain your bearings, and let imagination show the path.
I see nothing to click on. Oh, here we go.
My honoured lord!
My most dear lord.
My excellent good friends, how dost thou?
Rosie and Gildy. Where are we going? Oh, we're over there. They arrive on a little steam train
We'll wait upon no such matter.
for some reason. It's not in the
I will
game,
not talk to
apparently.
you with the rest of my servants, for to speak to you like an honest man, I am most dreadfully attended. But in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord, on
Like-
another occasion.
Why are you here? What are you doing here?
Not sent for.
Huh?
Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation? Come, deal justly with me.
What should we say, my lord?
If you love me, hold not off.
What say you?
My lord, we were sent for.
They're not... Oh. Oh. Okay. They're not bad people. They're just suck-ups to the king ahead of being friends to Hamlet. Twixt 9 and midnight, that's northwest, each upon the hour, the Danes' 4 allies met him by the fountain. As Rosencrantz made towards his rendezvous, he saw upon his right a darkened path, upon the which a single hour later the bearer of the seal would make his way. So, who's the bearer of the seal? The Midnight Ally carried not a book or stole into the square from east or west. Yeah, he came from the north. Horatio and he who bore the map arrived an hour apart from opposite directions, as did the other pair of Hamlet's friends an hour apart from contrary directions. Okay, so Horatio and Laertes came from like north and south. The map bearer approached not from the west, but took the path directly to the left of the one that Guildenstern had trod exactly 1 hour later. Now use your wits to show who brought the Danish prince which gifts and at what times from which directions, thereby gain your wit of imagination. That's not imagination, that's logical deduction. The Midnight Alley carried out a book. Twixt 9 and midnight, each upon the hour. So between 9 and midnight. Rosencrantz made towards his rendezvous. He saw upon his right a darkened path. So Rosencrantz was first at 9. Twixt 9 at midnight, each upon the hour, the Danes' 4 allies met him by the fountain. As Rosencrantz made towards his rendezvous, he saw upon his right a darkened path, upon the which a single hour later The bearer of the seal would make his way. So whoever's to the right of Rosencrantz came in at 10 and had the seal. The Midnight Alley carried not a book, or stole into the square from east or west. Horatio, and I need like a notebook. Horatio and he who bore the map arrived an hour apart from opposite directions, as did the other pair of Hamlet's friends, an hour apart from contrary directions. Let's just put Rosencrantz on west. Right? But I can't... Oh, I can take the... Oh, okay. Never mind. I can move you? I can move you wherever. Okay. I can select the other things. Okay. The book is not east or west. I want to solve this. I want to prove that I have the big bulby brain. Twixt 9 and midnight, each upon the hour, the Danes' four allies met by the fountain. Okay, we don't need to know that. We already know that, so that can be ignored. Rosencrantz made toward his rendezvous. He saw upon his right a darkened path. That makes me feel like Rosencrantz came in from the west. Because this is a slightly darker path? And there, the seal bearer. So that's the ring, right? The Midnight Ally carried not a book, or stole into the square from east or west. So midnight is either north or south. Horatio and he who bore the map. So wait, why can't I select things? What does space give me? Book of Lore. What's the Book of Lore for this one? Nothing. See help. Your student friends have brought you important items that you will need later on in the game. To win these, place each figure with the appropriate item at the right time in the right direction. The poem at left gives you a clue. Roll over the text with your cursor to see the poem in modern English. Oh, I didn't even realize that. My Elizabethan English was so good. I had to learn how to read Old English in university. I remember very little of that because that Old English is really fucked up. Early modern English is fine. It's just very poetic, you know. Start, click on the scroll of your choice, then click on the name of your choice, then click on the position you wish to place it in. You can move items that you've placed previously if you wish. Once a combination is properly placed, it will be fixed. How about a combination? As Rosencrantz approached the fountain, he could faintly see to his right the path the next visitor carrying a signet ring would take just an hour later. The last to arrive did not carry a book, nor did he enter the garden from east or west. Horatio and the friend with the map each arrived an hour apart from opposite sides, as did Hamlet's two other friends, who also came apart from opposite sides. The map bearer, who did not come from the west, approached the path on the left, to the left of the one Guildenstern had just used. Yeah, that doesn't help me. That doesn't matter. I need a place to start. Where is my place to start? Rosencrantz made towards his... Rosencrantz is not... I need a place to start. I need to place Rosencrantz or Guildenstern or Horatio somewhere. And from there I can work it all out. Horatio and he who bore the map arrived an hour apart from opposite directions. So Horatio carried the sword. Am I gonna have to work this out in a notebook? I don't wanna. That's not on stream, you know? I can't draw on stream. I don't have that set up. So Rosencrantz made towards his rendezvous. He saw upon his right a darkened path upon which a single hour later Bear the Seal would make his way. The midnight alley carried not a book. I mean, I suppose, you know, look, we could just cheat. We could just, we could just brute smarts it. Okay, so what about Rosencrantz here, Guildenstern here, Horatio here? No. Laertes here. I don't know how many combinations there are. I think there's quite a few, so I'm just gonna... Oh! Did we get it? No. I'm gonna use the walkthrough just to get the first. Horatio arrived from the west. Rosencrantz arrived from the east. Guildenstern arrived from the north. Yes. It's not locked in. It lied to me. Horatio arrived from the west. Rosencrantz arrived from the east. Guildenstern arrived from the north. Laertes arrived from the south. So it lied to me. I don't like that. Oh shit, Guildenstern. Horatio arrived from the west. Rosencrantz arrived from the east. Okay. Who has the book? Horatio. Who has the map? Rosencrantz. Who has the ring? Gildy. Who has the sword? Laertes. Who's at 9? Horatio.
Dangerous conjectures in ill-breeding minds.
Oh, I see. If I get that combination correct, it locks in. Well, I wasn't gonna get that ever. Rosencrantz.
Oh, there has been much throwing about of brains.
Who's at 11? Gildy.
If you delight not in man, what Lenten entertainment the players shall receive from you.
Hadst thou thy wits, and didst persuade revenge.
I am but mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw.
You have acquired another wit, that of imagination. And now, stage a play. On that stage, reveal the guilt of Claudius publicly. Use the wit of invention to craft a plot to show the truth and seize the moment for revenge. But remember, Don't let your sword be raised on anyone but the king.
There's this wonderful scene. It's wonderful in the play, and it's wonderfully acted out in the movie, where like Polonius is trying to kind of get through to Hamlet, and Hamlet is both at the same time acting crazy and like constantly just insulting the fuck out of Polonius while he's doing it. And it's just beautiful, you know, word usage and writing. Like, look, you know, when you get an English degree, you get a certain understanding for writing and literature and whatever, because you're supposed to do that. That's the whole point of the thing. There are some like lines that Shakespeare uses sometimes that I'm just like, oh, stop. Like, then those are those moments where I'm like, yes, that was definitely some kind of genius that wrote this shit. Because he, like, you know, they didn't have a proper sewer system. You know, he didn't have any multivitamins or, like, a washing machine. Or how did he write shit like this? It baffles me sometimes. I'm gonna save now. We're gonna do the full credits once the game is over, which will not be tonight. I can already tell, but I have a feeling we can crack this out in 2 streams, which is good.
You have acquired another wit. That.
Check out all my wits, baby. The last Shakespeare play was Richard V, performed by 3 people, doing a lot of costume changes. Yeah, and no women allowed, huh? Or at least, you know. Last Shakespeare play you saw. Okay, not the last one ever. It's too bad I can't click on the books again. Now that I understand the flow, I feel a little more chill. I don't think there's branching paths. You know, it's a super linear game, but that's okay. I know that now. Although there are moments where you can walk around a little. Super linear, though there are a few moments where you can walk around a little and do some optional stuff, or at least change the order a little bit. There's no real explanation.
And can you, by no drift of confidence, get from him why he puts on this confusion? Grating so harshly all his days of quiet with turbulent and dangerous lunacy.
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause he will by no means speak.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof when we would bring him on to some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman.
But with much forcing of his disposition.
Niggard of question, but of our demands most free in his reply.
Did you say him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players we all wrought on the way. Of these we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are about the court, and as I think,
that's not going to go in the video.
This night to play before him.
It is most true, and he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart. And it does much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose into these delights.
We shall, my lord.
The State Hall. Okay. Gonzago, Mefistofele, Manon, Falstaff, that's yeah, Faust, Arabella, Ariadne, Figaro, La Gioconda. Okay. Help. More help. Before the play begins, the player king has dared you to a game of cards. Sometimes you need to read the help to understand what the hell is going on. Sometimes you need to read the help. The extra help? Is that what it was called? Deeper help? More help? More help. Read the more help page to understand what the hell is going on. The player king has dared you to a game of cards. Click on the card in front of you to see it. If you are uncertain about the rules, select the Book of Lore button. Once the game is finished, you will reach the upper floor of the State Hall. You must find your stage there.
Can you play?
Oh, aye, my lord.
Book of Lore. A selection from games at cards out of the Book of Gaming. We talked about that, didn't we? As gaming, my lord. Contemporized for the modern reader. Post and Pair. The card game of Post and Pair depends much upon daring, so that it is possible to win very considerably if you have the boldness to wager a lot upon your bet, even if your cards are not very good. First, you must put up a stake or bet. After this, 2 cards apiece are dealt. Then another bet is placed and a third card is dealt about. The eldest hand may pass and bet again if any of the players bet on it. If not, the dealer may play it out or double it. The ace of trumps is the best card of all, and so of the rest in order. At post, the best cards are 1 in 20, that is, 2 tens and an ace. But a pair royal wins all, both post, pair, and seat. The seat is the hand from which the cards are dealt. Yeah, I already don't know what's going on. The player who has the best pair or the best post is the winner. A pair is a pair of any 2, as 2 kings, 2 queens, etc. A pair royal is of 3 as 3 kings, 3 queens, etc. The bet is what you choose to wager upon the goodness of your own hand, or if it be bad and you imagine your adversary is so likewise, then bid high courageously, by which means you daunt your antagonist and so bring him to submission. If all the players keep in till all have done, and by consent show the cards, the best cards carry the game. Now, it's just poker. It's just poker. Post and Pair has characteristics of both games of chance, most popular for wagering. That is the game of poker, and that game commonly called blackjack, or 21.
Can you play?
Oh, aye, my lord.
Got a pair of kings. How real is this?
Well done.
I did nothing! I did not do anything! Oh, we're upstairs. The card game is nothing? Oh, it's the little
The play's the thing.
The play's the thing.
Wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
Oh. The Hellish Paris Old Grandsire Prime 6. Yeah, you need to have seen the movie for this. Thus was I, sleeping of life of crown of queen dispatched. Thy thoughts when thy first lord is dead. Like is unhappy. This is the guide. In the next puzzle, one of the hardest in the game, you must decide where each of the 12 scenes below go. Okay.
Come! The croaking raven doth bellow for revenge!
Can I still move you? Yes. What am I the problem is I can barely tell what I'm looking at. Oh, Judi Dench is here? A centurion. This is Judi Dench. Yeah, this is Judi Dench. It's so funny. I don't know if she's on the DVD. No. Judi Dench is in this movie for like one shot, and she does not have a line. Who's John Gielgud? Is he one of the actors? No. Knight. Judi Dench.
This is one Lucianus, nephew to the king. This is one Lucianus, nephew to the king.
That's Lucianus. Okay. Yeah, I know!
Lucianus, nephew to the king.
Sweet, leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull.
That's Charlton Heston.
What do you call the play? The Mousetrap. Very how tropically this play. What do you call...
But who, oh, who had seen the moblid queen? Would have made milch the burning eyes of heaven and passion. Sweet, leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull.
No, you're like one of the last ones. I remember. A centurion. Oh, is there more? There's more. God damn it.
Anon he finds him, striking too short it Greeks. Anon he finds him, striking too short it Greeks. His antique sword, rebellious to his arm, lies where it falls, repugnant to command. And never did the Cyclops' hammers fall on Mars. His armor forged for proof he turned, with less remorse than Pyrrhus' bleeding sword now falls on Priam. But who, oh, who had seen the moblid queen run barefoot up and down, threatening the flames with byssid rune? Who this had seen, with tongue in venom steeped, against fortune's state would treason have pronounced. But if the gods themselves did see her then, when she saw Pyrrhus make malicious sport in mincing with his sword her husband's limbs, the instant burst of clamor that she made, unless things mortal move them not at all, would have made milch the burning eyes of heaven and passion in the gods.
Alright, that's part one. Okay, hold on. The play clips. puzzle is disgusting and could not have done it without a guide. But tiny Judi Dench. Tiny little Judi Dench. Middle row. Hamlet's father asleep. Was I sleeping? Hamlet's father asleep. Close up. Oh. Thanks for stopping by, Doc. Hope I was able to keep you somewhat entertained. There will be lots more FMVing and very weirdly designed puzzles for weeks to come, because while this will be the subject of the video, I want to play a bunch more just to get a context. And some of them are going to be weird. Hamlet's father asleep. Hamlet's father asleep close up. So, like, what? Oh, that's close up. Yes. Hamlet's father with his head in his hands. How would I know this? This is just trial and error. Hamlet's father and Claudius close up. This one? Yeah.
Sleeping within mine orchard, my custom always in the afternoon. Upon my secure hour, thy uncle stole with juice of cursed Lebanon in a vial, and in the porches of mine ear did pour the leprous distilment. Thus was I sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off even in the blossoms of my sin, unhoused, disappointed, unannealed, no reckoning made, but sent to my account with all my imperfections on my head.
This is a very, very weird game. I have a lot of questions. A courtesan. Is that you? Man, woman, close up.
Sweet.
Yeah. Young man. Oh, that's you. What is the courtesan? Is that you? And Claudius. Yeah.
What do you call the play? The Mousetrap. Very how tropically this play is the image of murder done in Vienna. Gonzago's the Duke's name. His wife Baptista. You shall see anon. 'Tis a knavish piece of work.
Full 30 times hath Phoebus' cart gone round. Neptune's salt wash, Terrace's orbit grounds.
Both here and hence pursue me lasting strife. If once a widow, ever I be wife.
Sweet, leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull. Fain I would beguile the tedious day with sleep.
Sleep rock thy brain, and never come mischance between us twain.
This is one Lucianus, nephew to the king.
As good as a chorus, my lord.
I can interpret between you and your love if I could see the puppets dallying.
You are keen, my lord, you are keen.
It would cost you a groaning to take off mine edge.
Still better. And worse.
So you mistake your husbands.
Begin, murderer! Pox! Leave that damnable face and begin.
This is so funny to see, like, these clips in such a tiny little form.
Doth bellow for revenge!
I'm agreeing. Affected by natural magic and dire property. Unwholesome life. Usurp immediate.
He poisons him in the garden of his estate. His name's Gonzago. The story is extant and written in very choice Italian. You shall see anon how the murderer gets the love of Gonzago's wife!
What? Frighted with false fire.
Give me some light. Away.
So dramatic in a 32 by 32 pixel window.
Sir. My lord, the Queen would speak with you presently.
That door? Anything else? The Queen wants to speak with me, huh? Oh. Where does this door go? The Court Chapel. Oh! Hey! Is this like from the set? The Court Chapel is not in 3D. This is very interesting. Court Chapel. This right here. Anything to do here? I don't know if this is from the movie or like an actual location. I vaguely remember it. It's just... oh.
Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal eldest curse upon a brother's murder. Pray can I not? My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. And angels, make us say, bow stubborn knees, and heart with strings of steel be soft as sinews of the newborn babe.
Oh. Hello?
Now might I do it, Pat? No. Up sword.
Hey, Noya.
Now might I do it, Pat? No. Up sword. Now might I do it, Pat?
I could kill Claudius now.
No. Up sword.
I don't know what he says then. No?
No. Up sword.
I'm sword?
Now might I do it, Pat? All may be well. Now he is a-praying, and now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven, and so am I revenged.
I remember this moment.
The target of thy wrath is Claudius. But first, you must face the threat of Norway to stem the wrath of Fortinbras, lest you win the battle with Claudius, but forever lose the Danish crown. Now go and undo thy ghastly deed.
Okay. You can kill Claudius early. You can kill Claudius early, but then RM says, hey, this ain't how it's supposed to go. You'll still have to deal with Fortinbras. Now, in the movie, in the play, what if you try again? It's the same thing's gonna happen again. In the play, Hamlet decides to not do it because Claudius is confessing here, right? He's like praying kind of for forgiveness. So if Hamlet did it here,
the target of thy wrath is Claudius.
But first, Claudius would go to heaven, which is not very, very vengeful to send your target to heaven.
With Claudius, but forever lose the Danish crown. Now go and undo thy ghastly deed.
No, upsword. No, upsword. And know thou art more horrid hent when he is drunk asleep.
I'm Zord.
Or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed. Then trip him. My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
Hear that, ChatGPT? That was cool though. It's cool that you actually got to see the chapel. I do wonder if that was the real set or if that set was like a location. Set, was it a real location? More research required. Alright, I hope... Are the FMVs from a real movie? Yes! They're from the movie Hamlet. Starring Kenneth Branagh, Julie Christie, Billy Crystal, Gerard Depardieu, Charlton Heston, Jarek Jacobi, Jack Lemmon, Rufus Sewell, Robin Williams, Kate Winslet, and Judi Dench. It's 4 hours long. And they took extra scenes for the game? I don't know. That location was not 3D rendered, but like an actual 360 photograph. I don't know if that just happened to be a real chapel and that the people who made the game just went to that same location after the movie was done. There is one scene where you see someone talking, and in the movie it's shot, reverse shot, shot, reverse shot. But here they showed the conversation entirely from one perspective. So they did have access to extra footage. Anyway, let's try to not kill Polonius. I hope Grace is in the chat.
Now to my mother. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, but use none.
He will come straight. Look, you lay home to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with, and that your grace has screened and stood between much heat and him. I'll silence me in here. Pray you be round with him.
I'll warrant you fear me not. Withdraw, I am coming.
Oh,
Secret doors.
What's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the rood, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife. And were it were not so, you are my mother.
Oh, thou wilt not murder me! Help! How?
Oh, help! All right!
Look at these little guys. So, yes.
Dead! For a ducat!
This is what happens. He very shockingly stabs Polonius.
Did not the ghost explicitly forbid the murder of all but the king? The target of thy wrath is Claudius, the cause thy father's revenge. Hurt no one else. Return to the queen forthwith and undo thy ghastly deed.
Fascinating. Hold on. Not killing Polonius. Is where the
Did not
first
the
big
ghost explicitly
change
forbid
happens.
the murder of all but the king? The target of thy wrath is Claudius, the cause thy father's revenge. Hurt
Railroad
no
to
one
success,
else.
yes.
Return to the queen forthwith.
I'm gonna use that phrase.
And undo thy ghastly deed.
All right!
Oh no! Oh no.
Did not the ghost
Yeah, I know, but like, I missed. This is hilarious. Why is that half a rat? This is also an action sequence. And not like a puzzle.
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all. Yet all that is, I see.
Now what? George Washington. Okay, there. Something to click on there. This is so weird because in the movie, in the play, Hamlet kills Polonius. So like the game has thank you, Noya. The game it uses the movie clips to set context, but there are no movie clips for things that happen different than the movie. You know what I mean?
Look, here, upon this picture and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers.
Uh-huh.
Look, here, upon this picture and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers.
Okay, two brothers. I guess what I think they're going to do is they're just going to keep going without mentioning these things. But like, Polonius not dying is a pretty big change.
It faded on the crowing of the cock.
Like, that alters the timeline, you know? What okay, so you have been clicked on. Turn the light off.
What would your gracious figure? Do you not come, your tardy son, to chide?
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet out thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits.
Alas, how is't with you? That you do bend your eye on vacancy.
You see nothing.
He will have an accident tomorrow, that's right.
Yet all it is I see.
Well, did you nothing here?
No, nothing but ourselves.
Look you there! Look how it steals away! My father in his habit as he lived, look where he goes even now out of the portal!
This is the very coinage of your brain.
In gaining the wit of sight, you have seen the ghost of your father. Now you must not forget your oath. Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Let's look at our wits. Alright, we're still missing touch, taste, smell, judgment, and memory. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're halfway done. I'm gonna save.
We defy.
I have to quit the game to save. This is not too much of a trip to resume the saved game.
In gaining the wit of sight, you have seen the ghost of your father. Now you must not forget your oath. Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
I saw something to click on. Yo, where do we go? Here we go. This is perfect. I'll do this this last wit, and then we can leave the rest for Thursday. Assuming it's not going to be super difficult and weird. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Nymph. Niall. Be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord. How does your honour for this many a day? I have remembrances of yours that I have longed long to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No. Not I. I never gave you aught.
You know right well you did. And with them, words of so sweet breath composed has made the things more rich. There, my lord.
Hey, Red.
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord. You made me believe so.
Well, you should not have believed me.
Oh, Rose of May.
Assurance. Today is the day.
Today's the day, oh Rose of May. I guess click on the lamp? No. Painting? Like, we're trying to avoid that, right? Okay, we can click on all these panels. Can we get a help? One of the panels in this room makes it clear that Ophelia is much distressed. This requires immediate action. Yeah, but I'm the one who distressed her. Do you not see this?
Oh, Rose of May.
All these panels are the same. I mean, just this one?
Oh, Rose of May.
So this one has a voice clip.
You have Ophelia much distressed. Her heart is broken. Her mind is gone. In her despair, she may well perish, unless you save her. First, learn what the flowers mean. Then, match each herb with a given name and post it for the way to the stream.
Uh-huh. A guide to the most remarkable flowers and herbs by esteemed botanists of rare calling. Anemone, columbine, daffodil, daisy, fennel. This is a lot of flowers. Return.
Nature is fine in love, and where 'tis fine it sends some precious instance of itself.
Okay. Help! You are in Ophelia's flower garden. At the top of your screen are 4 envelopes you must fill with the right flowers. Scroll through the garden and click on the flower bed you wish to examine in detail. Click on the detail to collect the flower you think you'll need. If you have chosen correctly, the flower will appear as an icon on the side of your screen. When you have collected all 8 flowers, the envelopes are ready to be filled. Simply drag the flower icons to the envelope as Ophelia has instructed. If you are correct, the envelope will be posted in the sundial. When you have posted all 4 envelopes... At the top of your screen are 4 envelopes you must fill. Scroll through the garden and click on the flower bed you wish to examine. Click on the detail to collect the flower you think you'll need. If you have chosen correctly, the flower will appear as an icon on the side of the screen. So I don't need to do any, like... It's just trial and error? Right, that flower is not appearing. That flower is also not appearing.
I would give you some violets.
Violets. She mentions columbine. I have a book about flowers, yes, but it's like... It just lists a shitload of flowers.
With a difference.
Not you. Not you. There's some odd games from this time connected with Shakespeare adaptations. Tell me more.
Pray, love, remember.
Without you, certain of my videos would not have happened, Red. So tell me, what secret knowledge do you possess?
And there is pansies. That's for thoughts. There's fennel for you.
Because some sources cite this as the first true Shakespeare game.
That's for remembrance.
I don't know if I necessarily buy that.
And columbines.
This brings us back here. We're missing one. An early strange horticulture. Flower garden. That's also going in the video of Noya. Flower garden Puzzle. Strange Horticulture. I enjoyed that game very much. There's a PS1 game connected with Prospero's books. Yes, that's the Book of Watermarks. I'm gonna play that one too. The music would be nice, wouldn't it? Sometimes no music, no sound, no ambience loses me, takes me out. Am I supposed to play the Outrun 2006 soundtrack during those bits? In a few weeks, because I'm gonna go through a few of these games. I'm gonna go through 7th Guest, 11th Hour, a couple of other historical FMV games. I need to get some more footage of Titanic, the Adventure Out of Time, the one I did a video on. I don't have any footage of that left.
There's a daisy.
Yep. Oopsie daisy. Claudius gets Columbine and Fennel. So Columbine was this. I don't remember Fennel. What happened to the Titanic footage? I don't have that much hard disk space. I think that was old and I deleted it. Hey Nora. There was a Macbeth FMV game. Macbeth FMV. Writing that down. Macbeth FMV. Nora, thank you so much for your purchases. I hope you enjoy your shirt and stickers. You will be the only person in the world to have the I Believe in You shirt. Which one's Fennel? Not that one. 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 This one. Gertrude. Daisy. I don't know what a Rue is. The only Rue I know is Rue McClanahan. Pansies. I also don't know which ones. Is this a pansy? Yeah. The shirts have to start somewhere. You do try to believe in people. I mean, it's mirrored for a reason. It's for a very special person in particular. Rosebud. Maybe brute smarts it.
How should I, your true love, know from another one? By his cockle hat and staff, and his sandal shoon.
The forest. We need to prevent. We need to prevent Ophelia from making a big mistake. Not there. The forest scenes are also like pictures. Forest scenes, pictures. From what cursory research I've done, Red, there are breathtakingly few Shakespeare adaptation games.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
Here I am.
Tis in my memory looked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Uh-huh. I have the key. The water sounds like, especially when it's not flowing. Oh, no, I don't want to do this mini game again, please. I can't drag the key. Gotta be something else. There we go. Oh, I didn't see. I didn't see those Kate Winslet eyes. It's hidden. It's a hidden.
Sweet bread composed has made the things more rich.
Saving Ophelia from unaliving herself is a hidden object game. Saving Ophelia from ending herself is a hidden object game. What's next? Shutter Island. I don't see anything though. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. We have 2 more things to find, I think, because it looks like we're almost there. Bird on the bottom. You see a bird on the bottom? Where are you seeing a bird? We were studying Macbeth in primary school, but I wasn't allowed to show clips of the Macbeth game thing because they were too gory. So here's a fun fact. This is going to be in the video. In art school, one of our projects was to make a game based on a Shakespeare thing. And my little team tried to do something based on The Tempest, which ended up sucking. And there was another team that made a zombie shooter out of Macbeth. I have no idea, I never played it. Oh, here, there's a little face.
There on the pendant boughs, clambering to hang, an envious sliver broke.
And then here's the flower.
Crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples. Her clothes spread wide and mermaid-like. A while they bore her up.
You have saved Ophelia, and flowers have granted you the wit of smell. Now,
should be a good game from the perspective of the witches.
A journey to England and descent to purgatory.
Isn't aren't the people who made Strange Horticulture? Strange Horticulture. Are they not making developer Bad Viking? Oh no, Strange Antiquities. That's the sequel. But I think there is a Strange Horticulture-like that has to do with witchcraft or potions or something. I thought I was going to go on a bit longer because I was afraid that this game would be too long for 2 streams, but I think we have 6 of the 10 humors. We've made good progress. I think we can continue on Thursday, no problem. And finish the game there and have it done in 2 streams. Of course, my final thoughts. Let me save, because this shit is, let's do some credits.
We defy augury.
My final thoughts you'll see in the video. It's a bizarre game, for sure.
Yet it will.
But boy, is it interesting.
The readiness is all, since no man knows aught of what he leaves.
Boy, is it interesting.
What is to leave times?
I'm having a tough time placing it, you know? I don't think it can exist without knowing. If you do this, if you play this without having seen the movie, I don't even know what you'd think. Is it like a trailer for the movie? Is it like something that complements it? It's a good movie, you should see it. Wow, this game had an intern. It was maybe more interesting to watch after you explained the whole Hamlet storyline. Yeah, I think I did a pretty, I'm gonna write a slightly more accurate, but still very fun version of the... Look, it's called Hamlet the Game in the credits. Very long movie. Well, it's a very long play, you know? I wonder if this music is gonna get me into some copyright issues, but that's what the stream is perfect for, I think. Alright. Pamphlet, the game. Wait, let's do this. Yeah, it's notable. So the Kenneth Branagh version is notable for being unabridged, which I think is pretty cool. It should not be abridged, although there is like one part which is like weird and not mentioned at all when Polonius is talking to like his little buddy to spy on Laertes, and then it just doesn't get referenced anywhere anymore. Don't quite know what that is. Anyway, that was Hamlet, the video game, part 1. Part 2 coming this Thursday, and then what was my list? Where's my list? Coming streams. We will have some other stuff from this developer, which is, I think one of them is semi-game-like, and the other ones are purely educational. So that'll probably be just one stream. Then we're going to do the 7th guest and the 11th hour. I don't know if I'm going to do them in whole or just like one stream each just to get a sense of them. Depends on how I like them, I suppose. But I don't want to do like 3 streams on a single game because, you know. There's also another kind of historical point-and-click adventure game called Versailles 1685 that I've known about for a while and I wanted to check out. And I do want to do a full playthrough of the Book of Watermarks on the PlayStation and get some footage of Titanic Out of Time, Adventure Out of Time. And so I mentioned before that there is a that the same year that the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet came out, there was the famous Leonardo DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet movie. That does not have a game, but it does have an interactive CD-ROM experience that I definitely need to catch some footage of. I cannot get my hands on a physical copy, unfortunately, because all the eBay copies are in the States, where, you know, the shipping is as expensive as the thing itself, and I am in an incredibly poor state at the moment. I'm in a little bit of trouble with regards to my work, where work has dried up. So that is not happening, even if I can somehow pay my bills. But anyway, that's not what it was about. Thank you for experiencing this unique, rare, obscure, about as obscure as they come, video game. 25... Oh, I'm going to read the back of the box, okay? Before we get out of here, I'm going to read the back of the box. Castle Rock Entertainment presents Hamlet, an interactive murder mystery. To be, as young Hamlet, you must avenge the terrible murder of your father and become the new king of Denmark. Use cunning, courage, and nerves of steel to survive 5 levels of gameplay and win the crown in a last and vicious saber duel in cyberspace. Can you imagine if it actually turns into like wireframe virtual reality? Become whole and complete in body and spirit by collecting all 10 wits of man. Your task is to kill the king, but prevent the deaths of the innocent. Not to be is the complete and unabridged text of the original Hamlet play. Each page is linked to scholarly commentary and insights into the Renaissance world. 15 books of lore provide fascinating clues on topics including Renaissance love and marriage, flowers and herbs, poisons and potions, archery, fencing, and much more. 25 exciting action and adventure games. 40 minutes of full-screen film clips from the motion picture. That's actually impressive for a CD-ROM. Stunning 3D virtual graphics. Not real graphics. Virtual graphics. Renaissance Man, your guide, awaits you in the observatory of Elsinore Palace. Revenge your father's death by killing King Claudius but saving Queen Gertrude. Follow the clues in the forest to the willow tree where Ophelia, gone mad with love, awaits your rescue. The final duel has arrived. Will you meet your match? Before taking on your adversary, master the 10 wits of man through 25 challenges. Minimum system requirements: Pentium 90, 16 megabytes of RAM, or more preferred. Actually, it says, look, it's a small b, so 16 megabits of RAM. Quad 4-speed drive, 4x speed drive, Windows 95, 16-bit sound blaster card, monitor 640 by 480, thousands of colors. There's going to be so many colors made with Macromedia. I will see you on Thursday, folks. Thank you very much. I'm going to go take a little sleep. I'm going to sleep, and then tomorrow I'm going to cry because of my... This year has been fucking me up. And then I'm going to sleep again, and I'm going to cry again, and then I'll see you again for part 2, the finale of Hamlet. Disc 2, look. Alright, disc 1. Face of Hamlet. Disc 2, ass of Hamlet. Good night, thank you. Today's the day. I love you. I missed the button. I want to do the cool thing where I hit...
Thank you for enjoying the BOBSTREAM. I love you all.